John, a passionate teacher and nature advocate, was walking in a forest he knows and loves when he came across this tragic scene.
There is an owl that is stuck. I have no idea what he's stuck on. It's some sort of wire. Oh my gosh.
A long-eared owl hanging from one wing, completely tangled in fishing line. We asked John if he would share the experience with us.
I mean, this is a forest that I've been going to probably for the past 25 plus years. I happened to be walking through the forest and I saw a bunch of owl pellets at the base of like an evergreen and looked up, and there were 3 long-eared owls just like peeking around the corner of this tree watching me. And I shared that story with my students, and then a week later or so I went back, didn't see anybody, missed them. But on my way back, I thought I had spotted something sort of like out of the corner of my eye, just sort of like hanging up in a tree. Turns out it was this little long-eared owl, obviously in distress, hanging by that fishing line. I think anyone's sort of natural response to seeing something else in pain, scared, probably confused. I'd say it's super distressing. Like my immediate thought was like, number 1, what do I do? Number 2, how do I do it? Number 3, like how much time do we have? And then I was in that like sort of other conflict of, I have a bunch of students, I want them to learn about nature. I'm also trying to model like what an effective citizen does when it comes to like taking care of their environment. So like, am I the kind of person to bust out my phone and just like record this and not do anything, like not accomplish anything?
John immediately called for help, but he couldn't bear to leave the owl hanging there like that in pain.
Hey buddy, you look so freaked out.
Rather than just wait, I thought maybe if I just snipped the 2 lines. So I happen to have a razor blade, snipped 1 line, and I'm trying to be as delicate as I can to make sure I don't make things any worse than they already are. Cut the other line, owl started to sort of scurry away into some brush, probably to just get away from any potential predators.
Despite being free, the owl's wing was clearly hurt, and she couldn't fly. Thankfully, help arrived to safely contain and transport the bird to TWC. John collected the litter and was shocked at the amount.
It's hundreds and hundreds of feet. This is what initially was cut from the owl, and this was in a separate part of the forest, pretty close by. And I removed as much as I could.
Moved by the entire experience, John continues to share the story with high school students he teaches.
I'm trying to revitalize an eco club, so I've used this experience in this story to try and like pump some life into these kids, because we have a pretty good example of like why we do have to be mindful about what we're using, what we consume, and how we actually dispose of it. It's just a matter of like going outside, making an effort to like really pick something up, put it in the garbage, and that might make a difference.
John's actions that day absolutely made a difference. At TWC, the owl received the urgent medical care she needed. The veterinary team discovered minor injuries along her right wing, and she is receiving ongoing supportive care for a fracture that was discovered in her pelvis. She's now continuing her recovery in an outdoor aviary with ongoing checks until she's ready for release. If you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and make sure you hit the bell to be notified when we share new content. We would also love if you shared this video with a friend.